Hey everybody, Mark Johnson here, founder and creative director of Able Leap Studios. Dropping in to do a little vlog. This is kind of an unscripted vlog in the sense that I didn't really have anything planned, but I wanted to share something that happened to me over the weekend, or actually it's been developing for a while, and it's on a more personal level than anything else. I'm not sharing a review or anything I'm working on. It was just kind of something that happened that made me think about life and everything, just to kind of give you a little background. So it's about family. For the longest time, we have not been connected to my dad's side of the family for whatever reason. You also should know that he's from Jamaica. So is my mom. So my family's a Jamaican family, and so they immigrated to the United States. And I believe he said 1974, that he came to America. He came to New York, and then he ended up traveling, and through work he ended up in California. And my mom was still in Jamaica, and once he kind of got settled in California, they all came over. And so, the family's kind of been, was close through that time. And then, one by one, each of my sisters were born. Then I was born, my next brother, and then sister. And then time kind of went on, and then for whatever reason something happened, and we moved away from where we were staying in California, which was Santa Barbara, and we moved up to Sacramento. And I think for me, that was kind of about the point where I started kind of recognizing things were not necessarily the same. We would only go down to Santa Barbara and see the rest of the family probably only on the summers. And then at a certain point, my mom passed. She got cancer and she passed. And then after her passing, it was like really only the summers we would go down to see them. And so, over time, people start growing up, and things change. For a while there, we hadn't seen for years. And then the last time a few other times we went down there was for a wedding, my older sister's wedding. She got married, and so we went and saw her. And then the next time was a funeral, and then it was another funeral. And so at that point, I kind of stopped going, because every time we were going down there was because of a funeral. And so I hadn't been there in many years, and for whatever the case, we still were not connected with my dad's side of the family. And so, skip to last year, or middle this year, or a little earlier this year, my mom got contacted via email through someone that was saying that they were trying to build a family tree. They believed that my stepmom was married to someone that they were looking for named Ben Johnson. And so through that, she kind of talked with me, and we got set up on WhatsApp with this group. And I didn't really pay too much attention to it, because my dad necessarily didn't want anything to do with it. He thought it was a scam, someone trying to say they were family and try to ask for money. Maybe that's what it could have been, but the information they were given was pretty credible. And so, just kind of make the story a little shorter, it ended up getting to the point where I shared the information with my younger sister, and she's the baby. And what developed out of this whole story is the fact that I kind of got to see her perspective on the family. I mean, for me, not kind of growing up and not being connected with the rest of the family was kind of normal. That was, for me, was kind of normal. But for my baby sister, being that my mom had passed and she was still a baby when she had passed, her perspective was a little different. She was always looking for family, always wanted to meet extended family, and she even got the opportunity to go and do that when she traveled to Jamaica on her first trip there. She met my dad's brother, and she took a picture. They look like brothers, what I'm saying? They look almost exactly alike. And so that kind of, when I told her that I was connected with these people, she's like, I gotta find out, So I gave her the information. She just kind of started asking questions more than I had. I was just kind of like laid back, just listening to the group and what they were talking about. And so basically this led up to her confronting my dad on that and saying that we need to do something about it. And so I suggested we do a Zoom meeting, and she worked that out with my other sister. My other sister's a teacher, and so she can get access to a Zoom, but we can have a longer extended amount of time. And then we invited everyone that was on that list, that WhatsApp list, and we met Sunday. And they had posted on the WhatsApp at one point the family tree that they had developed. And to see, so my dad has if you count him, he has 10 brothers and sisters. And so some have passed, some are still in Jamaica, some have gone other places, but maybe they're out of contact. But through that conversation, it started at 2 o'clock and we didn't stop until 6:30. And so, I met cousins I've never met. I met, aunts and uncles I've probably never met. And just to kind of put the family tree together by everyone introducing themselves and saying who they were, stuck with me. And then I also got to hear Janine's story. That's my baby sister. Her perspective on it, and the fact that, as the baby and not necessarily getting to really know anybody, because she's like the baby, not necessarily get to know her mom. Her perspective on things were a lot different. She shared that to the group, and that was really touching. I didn't know. Obviously, there could have been some conversations, but I think what this did is open it up to the possibility, for me, more possibilities, in the sense that, for the longest time, like I said, I had a narrow view of what family was. And I think this opportunity kind of opened it up for me, really understanding that, it's great to be able to raise a family. You start with one family to get your values and get what you get out of being in that family, and then develop your own, however you want to do it. And that really stuck with me, and that's kind of been something that I've been thinking about since we had this conversation and then the rest of the day last night. So I've been thinking about that, and I figured I would, just kind of share that, even if it's just something that I come back to. I don't know how many people watch this video, but even if it's just something that I come back to a year later and then watch this video and think about that moment, it was pretty incredible, and to think that even right now there's family that I have that I've never met living in Jamaica, living well in Jamaica. As much as you may think it's a third world country or something like that, they're living pretty well over there in Jamaica, a tropical island. And, they have their own little thoughts about what California and the United States are like too. So I was kind of interested to hear that. But, we all kind of just got in a group, and we're all talking back and forth and asking questions, finding who's related to who and who's the daughter of who or the brother of who, and that kind of thing. And we even got one of my dad's brothers on the phone because he couldn't attend the Zoom meeting, but we got him on the phone and they talked for a second. And I don't know how much it felt or how much it was of importance to my dad, but I don't know. To think that you had a brother or family that you'd never talked to for years. Well, I'm like 76 I was born, so 76, two more years. So I'm like 45 years. That's pretty crazy. So I just kind of wanted to share that because it's been on my mind. And again, if nobody watches this, that's absolutely fine. I just kind of wanted to share something that maybe I come back and look at years down the road and remember that moment, because that was pretty special. 45 years and not have any kind of contact with any of your family, and then through technology, probably also the advent of the pandemic made Zoom popular, but this is pretty incredible. So I just wanted to share that, and I'll just keep the post pretty simple, nothing too spectacular editing on this, but I just kind of want to share that. So it's kind of like a real unscripted vlog, but I just wanted to drop that into my basket, and like I said, at some point come back and be able to check it out. So if you did watch this, you came all the way to the end, I thank you very much. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing with the channel, make sure to subscribe. Definitely got another movie review coming this Saturday, and I do have a few books that I've kind of got completed, so I'll be dropping those pretty soon. But I just want to thank you for viewing, and like we always do at this time, have a blessed day. I will see you on the flip side. Let's go.